How to use renewable energy at home. Alternative energy stock portfolios are a wonderful part of a modern investor's financial plan due to the fact that there is so much upward possible. These make superb lengthy-term growth investment vehicles, and also the funds put into them by you, the investor, serves to further the trigger of implementing the alternative energy power sources that we will need as we sail into the 21st century and beyond. Analysts predict that by 2013 the alternative energy industry will be a $13 billion business in today's dollars. This figure bespeaks an enormous return on investment. Indeed, in the event you had been to invest in a startup alternative energy organization, you may come across yourself having invested within the next Microsoft in terms of return on investment. Men and women are fed up with the rising costs of gasoline. While this alone is not sufficient understanding of the require for developing alternative energy sources, it is a factor which can act as a marketplace maker, meaning for you that investments in alternative energy companies makes plenty of financial sense. Nonetheless, this does not mean that you don't first want to do some careful study into alternative energy stocks, perhaps with the aid of a financial planner. A couple of alternative energy businesses are going after the proper markets, but that doesn't mean you must go purchase every name within the sector. Investors need to be cautious about chasing the stocks, says Sanjay Shrestha, who is an analyst at Initial Albany Capital. And if you are an investor, then you know that the issue in this sector is that nearly each single one of the major players within the alternative energy for-profit game are startups or within the really early stages of growth. This means for you that they have reasonably minuscule sales and no expected profitability within the near term or history of earnings for you to have the ability to research. This can lead to some bubbling, as with what happened to the dot-com industry at the turn of the 21st century. Bubbling within the stock marketplace isn't a good thing for investors. Analysts and financial planners can play a crucial role in helping you get it right with alternative energy investing. We don't play around inside the tiny cap stocks that have technology and not much revenue, the hope stocks. We invest in businesses with clear cash generation plans in place, are the words of Ben Walker, who can be a senior portfolio manager at the Gartmore Global Utilities Fund out of London. Still, the outlook is extremely positive overall and healthy. It is good to see that the number of renewable energy funds and the quantity of cash flowing into these funds is increasing, according to Chief Executive of UK alternative electricity supplier Excellent Energy Julia Davenport. The renewable generation marketplace is at an important stage in its development. It needs the continued support of the consumer, investor, and government to ensure that it reaches its possible and really starts to make a difference to climate change.